Hey, Jill, come Hey, Jill, come on. We're going to be late for the Crypto Blend live stream. Call Barack and Michelle, see if they're going to tune in and watch. We can see him chart Doggy Moo coin.
This is the best president of the United States, Donald Trump, and when I'm not putting high tariffs into place, I'm watching Crypto Glenn on the Tiki Duck.
We are late. The Crypto Glenn live stream has started without us. You fail me yet again, Stall Scream.
Jeez, I'm excited about this.
You're watching the Crypto Glenn nightly stream. Real Alpha, Glenn, can you chart Doggy Moo coin for me?
I'm too old for this shit.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Good afternoon, wherever, whenever you are watching. It is your host, Crypto Glenn. Welcome to the nightly live stream. If this is your first time here, I want to say welcome. I appreciate you guys for stopping in and coming to hang out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I want to go ahead and open up the live here. Let me just go ahead and move this thing here out of the way. BTC is doing exactly what we said it was going to do earlier today in the live stream. I'm not sure why the camera's not on. Are you guys getting a picture? Let me know. Camera's on. I just want to make sure we got it on your guys' end as well. If not, if it bothers you guys really that much, I can restart the live. But yeah, BTC is doing exactly what we said it was going to do. So shout out to us for everyone who took those trade setups. The real expert says yes. Is that a yes? Like we want to see the... You guys see the camera? All right, cool. I wasn't sure if y'all saw it or not. The camera's there? All right, cool. How many fingers am I holding up? Uh-huh. Gonna put you to the test. Test says 0. Oh no, I was definitely holding up some fingers. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that took that trade setup from earlier. Your Renaissance in the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. It says Glenn, I was not able to discuss with you. They kicked me out. You know what? I don't think it was so much that they kicked you out versus, you know, that really wasn't the premise of the live that they wanted to have. I mean, they asked me a question, I answered it, and it kind of spun off into this whole other thing. Like I definitely didn't want to hog, you know, Bill's live because, you know, obviously want to cycle through guests, so I want to be respectful of that. But yeah, so I think they were probably ready to move on to the next segment. What question did you want to ask? Maybe I can shed some light. Mark says I was about to say that. Mark, welcome, man. It's good to see you. Anyone hoping to see a recession in the news so I can buy cheaper? I mean, Shabs, you're kind of getting it right here, man. You're kind of getting it right here. If I'm being honest, I tell you what, maybe we've got the so we got crypto bubbles. We can take a look, get an idea of what the market in itself is doing. And apparently we don't have it pulled up. All right, let me bring it over here on the main screen. That way we'll be able to see it together. You see they're doing a little bit of research. BTC currently sitting at 77,650. Woo! Woo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Pack it up. Pack it up. Oh my god. Tailcoin is down 16. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I have been scalping all day today. I'm still in a couple shorts right now, and these things are paying tendies. It's a bloodbath out there. Throw the damn towel. It's a bloodbath, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. But if I'm being honest, like, listen, if you didn't have as much crypto in your bag and you were looking for opportunities to buy, while I'm not really going to tell you to buy the dips during a downtrend, what I will say is buy the crashes. And oh man, these some damn good eatings if I'm being completely honest. The vampires are out just sucking it all up, right? Whew. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. A time is going to be had. Traders, we're in the markets. We're looking for opportunities. If I'm completely honest with y'all, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. There are a lot of crypto assets that are putting in brand new lows for this cycle. Brett might actually be one of those cryptos. I mean, it's rounding the corner. It is well in the neighborhood of being at its existence lows, the lowest it has ever been. If we take a look here at Pyth, you guys know we talk about these oracles, super, important projects for bringing real world data into blockchain native dApps. If we go here, we take a look at Pyth. If I can remember how the alphabet goes, there we are. Pyth has put in brand new lows. I mean, it's never been this low in the history of its existence. Not that I can see on a chart. Mark says today I put another 1,000 or 2. Probably not a bad idea. Well, it looks like Valentine's Day and April Fool's. It's bad. It's bad. Bland, you got it right. When there's blood in the charts, you know what you got to do. So Pyth putting in brand new lows. Where are we at with Radium? Radium is like almost there, not quite. Skill is putting in brand new lows, right? So we've got Skill putting in brand new lows. How are we doing with Stark? We've got Stark putting in brand new lows. Super is going back. Brand new lows currently for Supra. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna load up here on Supra. Just me though. Tailcoin is down. Yeah, Tailcoin is actually holding its own, right? We're not at session lows. We've been lower. I want to take a look at XYO. What was down 16%? I literally just saw this. Tailcoin, yeah, Tailcoin is down 16%. You got to understand something. And I'm not saying this is going to happen. But if you wake up tomorrow, for whatever reason, the market is green, the snapback on a lot of these is going to be absolutely hellacious, right? I've said I've been out of alts, but some of these being at some of the lowest points they've been in a while, I think I got to have, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think I got to take some time here and get back into some of these. Moonwell, right? Moonwell holding its own, not quite reaching brand new lows. Obviously a good thing. You want to see some of the strong performers hold their own. I want to take a look at Morpho Labs, just because I'm kind of going through and taking a look at some of the projects on base. Morpho's getting there. What's crazy, we had this demand zone marked out here going all the way back to February 25. I wanted to see if this was going to act as a possible demand zone for projects. And honestly, if I'm being just completely transparent with you all, that's what I would be looking at. I would be looking back on the charts, going back, looking to the left, trying to see if there is any more liquidity to take out. Specifically, where are projects trying to reach back to? I would also be going back to see if some of these lows that we're going to enter into are going to act as a demand zone. Because if they are, baby, let me tell you again, that spring back is going to be absolutely wild, right? You see where Ondo is at right here. I'm going to bring up the day chart because, again, I'm just looking for a little bit more data on a lot of this stuff. This could very well be, we came in, we tried to set a new low, it failed. When price moved up, it wasn't an inducement because you see here price actually reacted pretty well but it moved in a very aggressive manner. Whenever you're trying to hunt a possible demand zone, that's really what you want to look for. So this might actually be a little bit of an anatomy for a demand zone for, what are we looking at here? This is Ondo, right? Perfect. We had the opportunity to lose that. This is on the daily. We've actually bought back into this range. So maybe quite potentially this could actually turn into a demand zone. Of course, we've got to wait to see if we're going to get some bids, price to move up, volume to follow. But if it does, if it does, right? Short-term high you want to target is going to be around 96, 97. Might even try to target 122, but at least the first checkpoint that you're looking for would be 96. If in fact this does decide it wants to be a demand zone. Now, what you need to be on the lookout for, right? Because these things can be misleading sometimes. Just gonna put this in here. Give me a second. On the daily, just gonna mark that there just so I can have a little mental note for myself. All right, and I'm just gonna observe this over the next hour or so. What am I trading on right now? I'm just actually charting on TradingView. What do I actually do the trading on? It actually depends on what asset I'm looking at. I want to take a moment here. Glenn with the free info. Props to you, Mike. Come on, man. You know how we get down. I told you my goal here is I have got to try to make sure people have all that they need to be successful. I'm doing almost everything but coming to your house and pushing the buttons. Your Renaissance. Let me see if I can get you in here. I'm going to take a second here and just visit with your Renaissance. There's a question he wanted to ask me earlier on the other live. See if we can get this answered. We go live, we good?
Okay.
Your residence, can you hear me?
Hello, Glenn.
What's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
I can, yep, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect.
Slayer, I see you. I see you. Slayer, I see you. I'm not ignoring you. Bring this out here. Crypto Slayer, I appreciate the heart me. Crypto Wolf AI, thank you for the heart me, man. Y'all are amazing. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Grabbing some Say, probably not a bad idea. We're gonna look at Say here.
Do you think we'll have a Black Monday tomorrow? It looks pretty bad if we look at the future equity for tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely think futures market could open up a little bit flat, if not down. Honestly though, again, on some of these assets that I really, really like, personally, I don't care. I'm not going to empty the whole clip, as they say. But I am going to take healthy positions because, let me just bring this chart back up here. In the live that we did earlier today, we were looking at BTC and we said, hey man, I'm definitely going to come down and fill 94, right? And that's exact, I'm sorry, not 94, but what was it, 78? And we did that, right? So they were going to come down here, we're going to fill this, and then 78.2 came, which is the bottom of that range, and it filled. Let's see if we can actually have this close on the 4 hour. Again, right? It's doing that thing. We fill back here, we wicked it, came down, we wicked it again, and in the next hour and 53 minutes, I would really be looking for a close within this range at 74. Now, if we get that close in this range right here, right, that's going to be that. We would essentially came in and filled a lot of this buy side imbalance. The question you got to ask yourself is next, you know, we got a little bit more buy side imbalance here south of 70. Are we going to come in and fill that? I think the argument could be made. Again, those of you that are studying Elliott wave, I think the fifth leg on an Elliott wave chart brings us down to around like 60 and some change. But yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk because I do not want to miss some of these discounts that we have. And I always say, when you're in a downturn, buy the crashes, not necessarily the dips. And I feel like this is very much a crash. And so if we get a little bit of a short-term rally out of this, I want to be able to take a little bit of short-term profits. But, you know, buying in here, I'd be okay with. Buying in here, I'd be okay with. I'd be all right.
All right, Glenn. I was just planning to stay 2 minutes because I got to go to bed. It's crazy early here in the morning. So back to my question that I was about to ask you in the live. You said that you believe that Tether, for example, when they are stablecoin, when they are buying in the treasury bond, that it could have a positive effect on the reduction of US debt. Could you elaborate on that? Because I believe that, for example, if you have a treasury buyer, whether it's Europe, China, another country, or a financial institution, it is just that you are substituting that buyer with another, for example, Tether. So that shouldn't have any impact on the US debt.
Yeah, so I think...
So I'm just curious how you could come up with that, or how you can think that's the case.
Yeah. So what it boils down to is supply and demand. And when you take a look at the demand from countries abroad like Japan, like China, they don't have the appetite for stablecoins that they once did. And so when we take a look at what new players are emerging, it is the issuers of stablecoins, to the point where in the last like 6 months or so, they've crossed $100 billion worth of stablecoins that they have essentially bought up. Now, the benefit to that is, as their demand grows, and it's going to grow, because I've said this before, like, listen, a lot of you are not going to believe me until this happens, and then we're going to come back and we're going to revisit this conversation. And you're like, damn, Glenn, how did you know this? The demand, they're going to create a demand for Bitcoin so that the demand for stablecoin grows, so that the demand for their treasury notes goes through the roof. Okay. And the way that it currently works now is a lot of these notes, they mature 2 years, 10 years. Some are 6. There's a wide variation of notes that have maturing dates. Okay. Some you can get inside of a year. So some are like weeks or months. But for the most part, we're looking at like, say, 2 year, 10 year, coupled with some of the short-term notes that are going to be maturing. And so what happens is they take that money, they use it to finance essentially the country's operations. If you were to look at how governments use treasury notes, they're going to tell you that they use it to manage the deficit. They use it to manage essentially the country's bills. And so when those notes mature in 2 years, 6 years, 10 years, right, they've made those money through taxes, through whatever means, possibly even a sovereign wealth fund. And that's how the money would be there to repay those bonds, or I'm sorry, those notes at face value.
But it's correct that you said that it's about 100 billion, but it's so it's not huge, and even if it grows, it will have just a marginal impact. And of course, the higher demand for U.S. Treasury there is, then it can lower the interest rate. So theoretically, yes.
Yeah. So a couple things. In November of 2024, it was about $100 billion. That number has actually grown since then. And again, if the argument is based on the demand for Bitcoin's value to go up, which it's going to, and the more I look into this, the more I see like the claims of Bitcoin's market cap reaching the multi-trillions of dollars, I'm like, it's probably not that crazy after all. We saw what happened with the petrodollar at the end of 73 or early 74, when Harry Kissinger walks into the room, the prime minister of energy for the UAE is there, Bilderberg's there. He's like, yo, oil's going up by 400%, get behind it. And essentially you had the birth of the petrodollar. Now they created the petrodollar and they propped the petrodollar up so that they could use it as this vehicle to substantiate the debt, in a sense. This is
Glenn,
literally...
Glenn, sorry for interrupting you, but you have to realize that U.S. national debt is plus 34 trillion US dollar. So Tether's shares in that relation, that is just a drop in the ocean.
Let me go back to the part where I said, right? Because if we're going to have this conversation, like, guys, we got to listen about this. All right. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. But if you have any doubt as to what it is that I'm saying, please go back and check my content. There is a reason why I actively tell people to audit my content. Hold me accountable for the things that I say. I'm not saying, hey, let's go off what the value of Bitcoin is today. I am telling you, and I'm telling everyone else on this live, that the value of BTC is going to explode. And you can sit here, you can doubt it, you can have your doubts. In fact, I don't take anything that I have to say as factual. But you would be a fool to take what I have to say as a grain of salt and to not do any research whatsoever of where the value of this thing is going. Now, your Renaissance, like, you and I, we have these conversations, and I feel like there's times where, like, you want to go tooth and nail and fight me and vehemently, like, if that's your bag, that's your bag. But what I'm saying is, I would challenge you to find someone who has been as right about what's going on in this space as I am. If I were to take the piles of paper that I have literally read, be it online or physically print, and put it into a building or a room, it would be taller than me 6 times over. Like, all I do is research this stuff. Why do you think I'm able to get the wins that I'm getting? They are not just going to say, hey, Bitcoin, let's just leave you at 77,000. Let's just leave you at 100,000. They are going to blow up the value of this coin so that the demand for stable coins grows exponentially, so that the value of those treasury notes has to match the demand for the stable coins. Just go back and read the report that was put out by the Treasury Asset Back Committee back in October.
Glenn, you have to let me in also, please.
Let me finish.
So, Glenn, we're not discussing the future value of Bitcoin.
We have to be discussing the future value of Bitcoin because we know based on the numbers that it exists today, it's not going to get it done. What I'm telling you is, in a very short time period, the demand for the stable coins that are currently around now has eclipsed $100 billion. And that happened in a very short window. We are just now getting to the point where we're starting to see legislation and more regulation. Do you think they create legislation and regulations just for funsies? No, they do that for industry that they know is getting ready to grow exponentially. I'm giving you the game plan of how this is going to happen. I've read it from the people who create the reports that give it directly to the Treasury, who give it directly to the president, who give it direct. These committees are made up of the senior principals of Wall Street firms and the senior leaderships at banks. This isn't like you go to TD Bank and like you're having a conversation with your teller. No, this is out of their pay grade. So again, take what I have to say as a grain of salt. But if you are not at least trying to let me see if I can find that information that Glenn was talking about. You're doing yourself a serious disservice. And when it happens, and it's going to, the door for you to come back and be like, hey, Glenn, you know what, man? Hey, you're a good guy. You were right. I know.
Glenn, may I speak?
Go ahead, man.
Thank you. So I'm not arguing about the future price of Bitcoin. So what I'm arguing against that stablecoin, whether just because it's being backed by U.S. Treasury, it won't have any positive effect regarding reduction of the U.S. debt. Because we have to realize that the U.S. debt is plus 34 trillion and 100 billion treasury bonds that is tied to Tether, that is just a drop in the ocean.
It's 100 billion today. It's not going to be 100 billion in 2 years or 5 years or a decade. It's going to be significantly more.
I get that, but you are just substituting one treasury buyer against another, and so
is money coming in to the U.S. government through the sale of treasury notes? Yes or yes?
Yes, but
okay.
but you
Do
know,
you not
but,
think
but
they're
you
going
know
to take
why
that
they
money?
buy treasury notes is to finance their deficit.
Your Renaissance. If they collect the funds that are going to come in via the treasury notes and they put it into an apparatus that is going to get significantly more substantial yield through something like, I don't know, maybe a sovereign wealth fund, maybe that's being talked about, I don't know.
The sovereign
Can someone
wealth
fact check
fund.
me on that? Is the United States in talks of having a sovereign wealth fund?
Glenn, that they haven't said that they're going to purchase Bitcoin. It's just the coins that they have confiscated that they will keep. That's the only thing they have said.
You're missing the trees to the forest. I don't need them to buy Bitcoin I mean, if they buy it, like, cool. But what I'm saying is, when you have a sovereign wealth fund, let me stop. Let me take a step back. What do you think the mandate of a sovereign wealth fund is?
But Glenn, now we're moving the goalposts.
We're not moving the
goalposts.
I'm trying to explain to you how this is working.
Wealth fund. We were talking about the stable coin first.
Okay, Renaissance, let me pose this question to you. So you don't think stable coins, they're not going to amount to a hill of beans? You don't think it's going to make a difference? Okay, what's your point? What is the answer?
I don't think the stable coin that it will reduce the US debt. That I don't buy.
Based on what ground?
Because there's no more money coming in. It doesn't matter whether it's entity A or entity B that is buying the treasury bonds. That's the main point. There's no difference. Anyway, Glenn, I gotta jump into bed. It's crazy late here. Thank you for allowing me up, and we can continue to have this discussion another day.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Folks that have not done the research on the subject, man, like, listen, this is not. There are people who sit in rooms who've been tasked with the responsibility of trying to figure this out. I've told people before, and like, people, like, we insist on coming to this table with, well, I don't think, I feel. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, fuck your feelings. In this equation, your feelings are a non-variable. Oh no, we're not in the bull run, man. Altcoins are just steadily taking a haircut. We are not in a bull run. Where can I learn to trade, big man? You're in the right spot. All you got to do is ask questions, man. Excuse me. All you got to do is ask questions. Like, this market does not care about your feelings. This industry does not care about your feelings. This market, this industry, it sees the powers that be. They see a brand new industry, a pathway for them to make shit shake, and they are going to make shit shake. Paul Ryan posted an apt head in the Wall Street Journal. I believe it was published in Forbes. And essentially, the realization that he came to is, hey man, you know these little things called stable coins? Yeah, I think we might be able to utilize these to, you know, to start knocking down the national debt. The Treasury Asset Back Committee just told you Renaissance about this. Treasury Asset Back Committee literally has put out a report that said, hey, one, the financial situation in America is pretty jacked up. Two, y'all might want to look at stable coins because we believe that these things can be a pathway to eliminating a lot of your debt. And I'm just the guy online who's researching all this because I want to be in position and I want to benefit from it. So a Renaissance, your Renaissance, when you see me and I'm on live and I'm like drawing out these boxes, right? I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that. Like, I'm not just a trader, dude. I'm also a researcher. And there's a reason when I draw a line about where an asset is going, with high probability, price goes to where I'm telling people it's going to go. And if you do not believe me, it's really easy. It's really easy. All you got to do is go here. Right? Go here. And just go through these videos. I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's like some of y'all, like, you don't get it. You can't get out of your own way. And you wonder, like, why am I not seeing the wins I want to see? You go here, you look at these videos. Right? Every time I go live, I'll take this off of TikTok and I'll post it on YouTube. Go live. I'm telling you where these asset prices are going to go before they get there. What else am I expected to do? I can't come to your house. I can't make you push the buttons. I can't make you, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you lead with your feelings, your emotions, there's no room for me to come in and try to help. And I've given y'all my stance before. It's a building. It's on fire. I see a clear pathway to the exit. Maybe you got a little smoke, inhalation. Cool. Let me try to help you get out of this building. But if you start holding me back, I'm going to leave your ass where you are at. Because Crypto Glenn, I got people who are counting on me. They need me to be able to go into these markets and make shit shake. How long have I been telling people, oh, here's what's going to happen, right? You see this price came down to create a low. The whole entire reason for this low is to create a leg up that takes out this high. If the leg up does not take out this high, this low is going to be targeted. Push one in the chat if you have heard me say that before. I'm not making this shit up. So when I tell you, hey, when I'm not trading, I'm also researching the absolute hell out of this space. And when I tell you that these people are coming and they are not, listen, no shade. Some of y'all are going to make enough to take a vacation. Some of y'all are going to make enough to quit your job. Some of y'all that are really, really diligent about this space, your descendants are never going to have to work a job. But I can guarantee you one thing. Look at all those ones in the chat. I can guarantee you one thing. If you cannot get out of your own way, 10, 20, 30 years, if it even takes that long, it's going to go by. You're going to be like, fuck, man, Glenn was definitely telling me this was going to happen. And for whatever reason, I just didn't listen. You're asking me, how is stablecoins, buying the treasury notes, going to help eliminate the U.S. deficit, or at least put a dent in it? And I tell you, and you come back to me, well, I just don't feel. Fuck your feelings, my guy. If I gotta pull the reports and actually show people, because I know they're not gonna, vast majority of people are not gonna look it up on their own because it's not sexy, it's not a fun thing to do. I will do it. But what we are not going to do is sit here on my live and give me situational speak about how you feel. How you feel doesn't pay my bills. How you feel doesn't pay your bill. You better learn how to spot this shit and take a damn opportunity before you fuck up on epic proportions. And you can sit there and tell your grandkid, yeah, you know, I was in that crypto space. Yeah, when it was kind of just getting started. But I couldn't see the forest through the trees. I led with my feelings. And so when I go into other people's lives and they're like, well, why is it that you're leading with the money? Because you live on an economic planet, and without money, you can't do fuck all. Either you get the shit or you don't. And I don't mean to come off brash. I don't mean to come up mean. For me, it's a reasonable crash out because, again, you're getting ready to miss an opportunity. Yeah, the market looks bleak right now. It's a little grim. Guess what? 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 Remember what I told you about wicks and gaps? Wick. 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 Right? Price gonna have to come back up and fill that wick. That's at 109K. Price gonna have to come back up and fill that wick. It might not happen in the next 5 minutes, but it's going to happen. Man, woo! You got a lot of red here. This is on a higher time frame. Woo! This is on the daily. You got a lot of red here. Woo! You got a lot of red here. Damn, 1, 2, 3. You working on 3 months going down. You think this shit's just gonna stay going south forever? No, look. Look at it. A lot of green. You need red to balance it out. Right? See how this is like balanced? Damn, when you saying we can come back down to 27? I mean, listen, anything is possible. But let's not get crazy. Not just yet. You got a lot of green here. You need red to balance it out. You had a lot of green here. You needed red to balance it out. Oh, you put in a lot of red. You needed green to balance it out. The market chases and seeks to fulfill imbalance, and it chases liquidity. Property lawyer, yes, you did. You definitely mentioned 77 one of the last times we went live. Yes, you did. Yeah, the market looks bleak right now, but guess what? You're putting in a lot of red here. You're going to need a little green to balance it out. You got some red right here. You might need a little green to balance it out. It looks crazy as all hell right now. It's not the end of the world. Don't fuck up. Don't juke yourself out of position. Be mindful, be conscious of who it is that you are listening to. Because when your grandkids ask you, oh, hey, gee, grandpa, hey, gee, grandma, what were you doing on, April 2025? Getting scared. FOMO'd out of the market. Gee, grandpa, that's unfortunate. I go to school with, realistically, probably won't be going to school. I'm not even going to hold you. I was playing basketball with one of the grandkids from Crypto Glen, and yeah, they just came back from the Maldives, or, they were just in the Mykonos Islands. They said they were there for 3 weeks. If you don't know, to get a room at the Mykonos Islands was $6,000 a night before COVID. I need you to wake up. I need you to pay attention. I need you to get out of your own way. I need you to stop thinking about what was and start running to what can be. You think this shit scares me? Hell no. Come all the way down here. Personally, wouldn't give a shit. Don't care. It's 30,260. I wouldn't care. You're not shaking me out of this tree. I'll tell you what, if price comes here and it goes all the way down, Pick up a new skill set. Learn how to trade. Learn how to read a chart. You'll be straight no matter if it's going up or down. The only time you really get stuck is if it's kind of going sideways. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, that kind of sucks. For very Gary, I was dead inside before crypto. I was born for this shit. Oscar Gonzalez with the roses, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, my guy. Gotta sit here and listen to people tell me about how they feel. How you feel? I feel like making money. How about that? I feel like trying to get a better understanding of where this market is going. How about that? I feel like I don't quite know enough. How about that? Popular? Oh, drop one of them things in the chat for Popular one time. Let me get my shit together. Thank you, Popular. Your crypto's in the building. Yeah. I feel like trying to outfox and outposition all my other competition that's in the market. How about that? How about that for feeling? Damn, man. I don't know what it. Oh my God, man. I don't get it. Maybe it's that muscle memory from the former Division I collegiate athlete days coming out. Maybe it's that killer mindset, running the business, understanding that if you don't hunt, you don't eat. But this like abysmal disposition, woe's me, I gotta feel sorry. Let me just talk to the men here for a second, right? This little like poor woe's me or like my feel, bro, what? Do you not know it's people like me that walk around the same planet as you? And you walking around like poor old woe's me, it's not going my way, or this is how I feel? Bro, I'm about to eat your lunch. Catch me on the wrong day, I might not leave anything for you. Get it together. You got people who are depending on you. Everybody got the exact same access, Cash. Oh, the markets are down. I don't get this. The markets go up. People's like, whoa, yeah, high five. Oh, yeah, all right. What's up, George? Yeah. I over E. The 762 of BTC is major support. Grant Aaron, hey, just buy it. Obviously, you should research that, right? Take a look at your chart, see if you arrive at the same sentiment. Crypto machinery facts. People in this space know what time it is. The markets go up and everybody's, yeah, woo, woo, yeah, Lambos, let's get boats, woo, yeah. The market dips, motherfuckers want to come out talking about their feelings. People like me are going to destroy you. And oh my God. I wish I could grab you by the shoulders and just. I gotta be TikTok friendly. You are about to play yourself out of position because you are. Here's what I feel. You have people who will read these charts and it's like, damn how I feel. What is this chart saying to me? You got people, oh, well, Trump, these tariffs. These tariffs. Ooh. I don't know. These tariffs. What the fuck is you scared about a tariff for? I'm gonna tell you why, because the TV told you, oh, the orange man wants to impose tariffs. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. What about all the domestic producers that will still be able to move product? And what? Hey, I don't know if you know this. There's no tariffs on domestic goods. Well, gee, the TikTok live that I was in earlier didn't tell me that. Yeah, they're not going to because they don't know how tariffs work. Long run, it's going to be fine. It doesn't matter if BTC is sitting at 76 and likely could slide to 70 or 60 if the fifth leg on the Elliott wave theory plays true. It doesn't matter that API 3 looks like it's going down the giant metal slide on a hot summer day from your childhood. It does. At some point, it's got to rebound. Your job is to figure out, do I have extra funds set aside that I can get into if the price decides it wants to turn around? Your job is to try to figure out where's going to be a good point for me to actually look at buying if price retraces to this level. Your job is to pay attention to the people who you are listening to and going back and doing your homework and say, have they been right? Have they been wrong? Are they leading me in the right path, or are they setting me up for failure? Your job is to go to Property Lawyer's website and take a look at any local legislation that might be coming down the pipeline. Your job is to go to the Senate's website and research every single bill that is crypto, AI, robotics related that is coming out, because at some point or another, all this stuff is going to bleed in and start tying into one another. I'm finna have a ball with these prices, Fear. You kidding me? You think it can rebound alts? Yes, and when they rebound, it's going to be nasty. And everyone that's not paying attention, oh my God, that was so, woe is me, the prices were so low. Congratulations, you missed generational entries, fool. Because you was walking around, oh, poor woe's me, my YouTube told me it's all over, I should sell. You done already took the haircut 80% of the way down. Why would you sell now? Some of these, they're literally at brand new lows, new all-time lows. And you gonna sell now. I love you too, George. You done already took the haircut. You done already rode the roller coaster all the way down. Understand the psychological behavior behind the trader, and you will understand that most people are going to sell just before it turns around, because it is always darkest before dawn. Some hair don't even grow back. Oh, poor woes me. Like, again, let me talk to these fellas. Let me talk to the fellas. Some of y'all got wives. Some of y'all got fiancés. Some of y'all got girlfriends. Some of y'all got little tenderonis. Love interests. Is this thing on? I promise you, if you go to her about that how I feel shit, it's going to get dry and it's never going to get wet for you again. You better lock the fuck in. Yeah. I need you to lock the in. I'm not saying I'm He-Man, A1 Apex Predator Sheer Alpha. Baby boy, let me explain it to you like this. When I was out and about and I was running, seldomly did I miss. Because we'd get to having a conversation. He'd be like, this brother, he move a little different. It's that bravado. He got that confidence. So what if I lose? So what? I get another at bat. But if you aren't out here trying to take risks, I had a conversation with somebody the other day. Like, hey, you know what? Sometimes you need to take a little risk. Well, and essentially what they said is, I'm afraid to. And it was like that movie in Troy. I looked at him and I said, and that there is why no one is going to remember your name. Best paper trading site, I like TradingView. It's pretty solid. I like it. Been using it since I came. Sunday dinner was on point tonight. Let's go, Fear. You got to swing the bat to hit a home run. And some of y'all got significant others. You gonna approach her with that weak, bro. She gonna run into a lion out in the wild. She's going to run into a lion out in the wild, and he's gonna be the direct antithesis of everything that you are. You're timid, he's not. You don't take risks, he does. You're willing to put it all on the line. You're not, he is. The blood pumping through that man's veins pumps differently. Okay, Glenn, cool. I hear what you're saying. How do I do it? Confidence comes from doing things over and over and over and over and over. Explain about BTC, please. This is about Bitcoin. You thought I was talking about homie lover friends? No, this is about Bitcoin. How's it about Bitcoin? Because some of y'all seen the chart down here and you're like, ugh, I don't know. The time to have the I don't know was up here. By the way, who told you? Who gave you the 4 canaries in the coal mine? What to be on the lookout for so that you didn't get in this situation down here? You want to talk about Bitcoin? Let's talk about Bitcoin. You ready? I'm going to run it back for you. I'm going to run it back for you. Teach you something right here. Who could tell me my canaries in the coal mine? George Mel, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much, man. Seems like you're tying emotions into the real world, to the charts. This is all systematic. Who can tell me the 4 canaries in the coal mine? Glenn, how did you know price was going to come all the way down here when we were still in the 90s? How did you know? Federal Reserve will make moves this week. Miles, 100%, baby. 100%. Canaries in the coal mine. Nobody remembers? I gave people that alpha and no one remembers? All right, let's take it from the top. Number 1. You're in an uptrend. Everybody's high-fiving each other. Everyone's talking about the Lambos they're going to buy. Ain't cashed not a damn thing out. Do I think BTC will hit 75? It's a high possibility, yeah. We talked about this. You're in an uptrend, right? Let me do this. First things first, you want to identify positive bull momentum, uptrends. Low, high, higher low, higher high. Anytime you have a low, high, higher low, higher high, that's bullish. That's an uptrend. How can I tell if a low is actually legitimate? A low is legitimized once it leads to a high that breaks a former previous high. So we got a low, high, higher low, higher high. Why was this a higher low? Because the leg up that it created took out the past high. Everybody with me so far? Holly Girl wants to know how far is it going to go down before it gets to the highest. We'll talk about that here in a second. Okay. When price action does this, right? So I'm going up. Right? So I still got my low, my high, my higher low, my higher high, my higher low, my higher high. When price does this shit right here, what just happened? Price action closed below my most recent higher low, and it does it on a higher time frame. That's the first canary in the coal mine. Exactly, reverse trend. Change of character. you flip from bullish sentiment to bearish sentiment. Someone's gonna ask, why do you call the canaries in the coal mines? Let me talk about that. Back in the day in the coal towns, the farther they would go deep into a mine, the thinner the oxygen would get. So they would take canaries with them, and when the canary fell off its perch, they know, hey, this air is probably not suitable for us to work in. Everybody pack up, let's leave. So I call them my canaries in the coal mine because I need to know what price action is likely going to do before it does it. Not all the indicators, right? Because all those are lagging indicators. They tell you what's going to happen after the fact, after the move has already happened, most times, like 99% of the time. So your job is you got to try to figure out what's going to happen before it happens. And the best way to do that is naked trading with just price action. So I got my low, my high, my higher low, my higher high, right? Bullish. Okay. I got a high, I got a low, higher high. Cool. I'm bullish. Uptrend. I'm good. Price action then breaks the most recent higher low. We flip sentiment. We go from bullish to bearish. Okay. What's the other thing? The other thing is, let's see if I got it. Actually, I need a brush. Where's the brush at? The other thing is when you start to lose your 20-day moving average. Okay. So now, price is doing one of these, and I've lost my 20-day moving average. What's the other thing, right? I break out my fib. Go from my high to the low. And then guess what? I'm starting to consecutively trade underneath the 50% fib retracement. Everybody good on that? There's one more. Who can tell us what the last one is? Who can tell me what the last one is? Nobody? Okay, cool. We'll save that one for a later date then. Previous lows? Nope. I got price action starts to trade below the most recent higher low. Lose my moving average. I start trading beneath the 50% fib retracement. One more. Second canary, nope. Meme coin frenzy. you could use that one. Right? Talking to a guy, he was like, yeah, man, there's no signs that say that we've topped. I'm like, dude, the president launched a meme coin. If that's not a top signal, I don't know what is. Market structure was the first one to go. We'll come back to it. So I'm up here, all those together. When I come here to the chart, I'm bugging, I got this backwards. What's this doing? Oh, I'm on my 1 minute chart setup. Whoops, okay. I got it. That's not it. I had all this marked out on the sample chart. Where is it? CTC, I think it's CTC. Here we go. Parser, you're close. Liquidity, close. Market structure shift, Nelson, that was the first one. I got it here for you. When you start at your peak, when you cross the 20% retracement duration zone, and you're there for an extended period of time, remember, a bear market is marked by prices rescinding 20% from their all-time high and being there for an extended period of time. That's the fourth canary. That's how I knew that we were in a bear market for altcoins long before many other people started saying it. I just gave you all the game right there. I should really charge tens of thousands of dollars for that information, because that information has literally made, I'm not going to tell you how much it's performed very well for me. One, two, three, four. Canary in the coal mine. There you go, right there. So as soon as we got here, I'm just looking. Okay, boom. Lost my trading range. Boom. Lost the 50. Boom. Price is trading below the most recent higher low. Okay, boom. Let me put the price range on there. Where's 20%? Oh, right there. Okay, how long we been here? There go a month and a half. Damn, we've been below the 20% mark for 80 days now? Damn near. Okay. For about almost 2 months now. Ooh, we in a bear market? Yeah, so fam, we've been in a bear market. If I did this same thing for you on altcoins, you'd shit yourself. Not even being facetious. M&A, I appreciate the heart me, man. Thank you so much. Holler Girl, appreciate the rose. Thank you so much. Nelson, I appreciate the hot water. Thank y'all. Yeah, we've been in a bear. Alts have been in a bear market for the last 3 months. What I just showed you here, if you remember it, is likely going to serve you well during the next cycle, because you'll be able to get up here when everyone else is still like, no, we're doing fine, we're okay. Are we? Are we? But long term, it's okay. It's cool. All right, bear market and bear emojis in the chat. Bear emojis in the chat. We hunting. Where's the opportunity? Where's the opportunity? Bear emojis in the chat. I want to see all bear emojis in the chat. Deuces wow. Let's go. Let's go. Jamie with the bear emoji. Fear with the bear emoji. Deuces wow with the bear emoji. I need to see more bear emojis in the chat. Wild. Am I looking at Calvin's bespoke charts? No, I'm not looking at Calvin's bespoke charts. Woo! So where are we at? Okay, boom. 618 gold. We hit. Can I say that? Not yet. Excuse me. On our way to tackling the golden retracement zone. You can likely either get a bounce from here, or if it's a strong retracement, here. If it's a very, very moderate retracement, probably somewhere down here. I mean, we want to go to the 1618? No, because that will put us back at 17,908. Nobody wants those problems. But I'm going to tell you something, and Miles Brother, you just took the wind out of my sails. If the market crashes bad enough tomorrow and they have to initiate a circuit breaker, I promise you, listen to me, I promise you, Jerome Carlos, bear emojis in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If they have to trip a circuit breaker tomorrow, and what that means is, you know, the slide has been so bad, they got to halt trading. Jerome Powell's getting a phone call. Oh yeah, Jerome Powell gonna get a phone call. Oh yeah. Hey Jerome, listen. Hey. Jerome. We gotta have a chat. Oh, we can't get a hold of Jerome. Jerome is actually out to lunch. Find him. Then they're gonna get a hold of him. Jerome, sit down. We gotta have a chat. Yeah. Jerome, listen to me. I know you do not want to cut those interest rates, but you have to. The market is facing unparalleled uncertainty. And Jerome Powell, he's gonna be sitting across from whoever he's talking to. What?
I beg your pardon.
Huh?
I beg your pardon.
Jerome, you heard us. We need you to cut the rates. And then emergency Fed rate cut. Ahead of June or May or whenever they were, you know, planning for it. And then what happens? The market goes from looking like, hey, it's not really a good time to be risk on, off. It's not a good time to be risk on to, yeah, it's risk on season. Let's get it started. And then right back, whoop, to the upside, we are likely going to go. All we need is a catalyst. For 2, 3, maybe even a month and a half, we've been talking about what's the catalyst? I had these shits drawn out back in February, and I'd be damned if price did not hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly gonna hit 6. What's the catalyst? What's the catalyst that gets this whole entire thing to turn around? Thank you, Fear. Tap that screen. Show your guys some love. Appreciate y'all. I'm trying to, let's get in the right headspace here. It's a whole bunch of fugazi. It's a, you know, going out and about. Make sure y'all throw Fear a follow as well if you're not following. It's another TA guy, another trader, right? We're multiplying. Because we get it. We get it. Gamer, I appreciate you for sharing out the live, family. Thank you. We get it. It's going to be an opportunity here. Do I think the emergency Fed meeting is going to happen tomorrow? Probably not. Believe me this, they're going to be on the phone. They're definitely going to be on the phone with each other tomorrow. Make no mistake about it. Conversations are going to be had. Circuit breaker gets tripped. I just read in the comments, forgive me, I forgot who put it, but Japan circuit breaker was allegedly already tripped this trading day. Is that Monday? Over 50 countries were already scrambling, trying to figure out how to essentially negotiate deals with America. Quantitative easing is the fuel. Now, I will say this. Quantitative easing usually happens when something really, really bad happens in the market. So if they're going to entertain the idea of doing quantitative easing, either maybe they're looking at this being the bad thing that happens, or there could be one more little event that happens that just totally rocks markets. Val with the roses, I appreciate you. Thank you, Val. Well, we said it. What is the catalyst? What is the catalyst? These markets are not just going to turn around and start going up just because they feel like it. There has got to be a catalyst. So all day tomorrow, I think people need to be looking up, hey, you know, what's going on with the Fed? Has the president called somebody in? Or, you know, what's the Treasury doing? Or, you know, Japan stock market plunged 8% today. Cool. America could actually be worse off. Again, look for the circuit breaker trip. Thank you, Dragon. That's actually some really good news, right? The circuit breaker was tripped in Japan. The bear on some bullshit. Frank, we just get into the bag, baby. That's it. How are we doing with XCN? I know XCN is a fan favorite, right? XCN is just shit to bed. It was like what? Yeah, man, look at that. Whoa. Whoa. Bear chain, bear. Yeah, man. Had to know that was coming. What else were we looking for? We were looking for Crow, right? Yeah. I've been on live talking with y'all. Yep, I fucking missed my damn Crow entry. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. Mother of pearl. I'm gonna show you. I had an entry on Crow. I had an alert. Look at this. Oh my god. Actually, did I get in that? I did, but I think I cut it. I didn't write it all the way down to 7, 8 cents. We talked about that. I said, yo, 8 cents, what? I'm sorry, 9? All the way down to 8.5 would be a target to look out for. And here we are, just almost a whole cent beyond that. Was waiting to see if this was going to react as a demand zone for DOT. We got a little bit of a springboard off of that, right? We took out this little area of liquidity here, and then we kind of rolled over. Move, been trading move all day long. Move has just actually completely fell out of our descending channel. This one here. So right now, all these projects are touching a 1618. All these projects are looking back to the left, trying to find where's liquidity to grab. Move right now is a no man's land. There's no more liquidity to grab. It's done already snagged all the liquidity. Now, I don't know if this was like meme coin territory before it got listed on, say, like TradingView. Sol, same thing with Sol. I said, yo, don't be surprised. Sol goes, look, caught that head and shoulders flawlessly. So don't be surprised if Sol goes down to 75 or even 50 bucks. Said that in the stream earlier today. Fear was like, yo, Sol goes down to those numbers, I'm having a field day. So look to the left. Where are they trying to snatch liquidity from? They're definitely going to try to snatch some liquidity here. Have we breached 100 bucks yet? Almost. Keep an eye out for 99. Keep an eye out for 97. Keep an eye out for 79. If it goes to 79, she'll go to 75. Vine was ended up trading that one for a little bit. EOS, this is the other one. Oh my god, definitely want to trade this. Yes. I said if EOS comes down into these zones right here, boy, we are getting active. Come on down. Actually, I'm not going to hold you up. I might actually still target these on the low leverage trade. What else we got? ADA, fan favorite for ADA. ADA is reaching back. And it's touching session lows going all the way back. My God. Mid-February, where we at besides that? February of 24, y'all. It's like a whole year. Cardano was reaching back, touching zones from like a year ago. God says I'm literally LOLing. We have months of this shit left for. We don't know. We could actually get, again, circuit breaker trip, emergency rate cut. Anything can happen. What I'm saying right now, you got to stay glued to the news. You got to stay glued to the news. Total 3, yeah, we'll take a look at Total 3. Pyth putting in brand new lows. And they got nowhere to reach back and grab. That's wild, man. Give me the macro on that. I mean, still technically is a touch in the 718, right? I mean, 1618, so Could still go. Come on, my boy. What did they do to you? Trying to see what possible demands on here. Completely invalidated. Right? This is why sometimes it's important to wait on your trades. Don't do anything too brass, too drastic. Wait on it. Good thing we got a pro crypto press driving this market right now. Right over the cliff and taking us for a ride. No, that's fun. No cap, that's funny. Link, let's take a look at Chainlink. If we don't see a rebound tomorrow, I'll be looking at Chainlink at around 10:30. 10:30, 10:15. Because now you got to start playing the liquidity game. What did I tell you? Markets want to chase liquidity. So where on this chart is the liquidity? It's some down here. A little bit down here. But this is that, man. Link, let me tell you something, man. Link goes down to $6. Man. Bruh. What up, D. Carl? How goes it, man? Yeah, if Link goes to $6, bruh. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, Litecoin's definitely going to turn around. There's way too much sell side imbalance on this. Way too much. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the market. I'm trying to find. Manta, man. Shit, the bad, bro. You were down 90. How bad is Manta down now? Oh my god, 95%. Holy cow. Manta, brand new session lows. Series lows. Mina Protocol, same thing. Brand new lows. Brand new all-time lows. Brand new ATL. I ain't talking about Atlanta. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Morpho Labs. I think I did this with you guys on live. Possible demand zone. Looks like it is respecting it thus far. Let's go ahead and analyze this because this is going to be a trade. I'm going to take a trade. But Glenn, the trend is down. What are you doing? Chasing liquidity. Chasing liquidity. Are we looking at 4 hours? Oh, getting some support. All right, now what I want to see happen is you got to get ready to go. Sooner or later, I need you to go. Because what I don't want to have happen, I always attribute this like that game called Don't Break the Ice. Those of you that might have played that when you're a kid. You go tap, 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 tap. And a lot of people think, oh, well, the more you tap on it, the more likely you are to bounce off and go. No, no. The more you tap on it, the more you're actually liable to go and break through it and move to the downside. We don't want that. Purgatory says, sent you a message. Cool, I got you. I'll definitely take a look. Kim says, Pyth is dead. That is blasphemy. Listen, Pyth disrespect will not be tolerated on this line. You watch your mouth talking about Pyth. You watch your mouth. I think Pyth is going to be just fine. It's just got to pull its head out of its ass. Problem is, a few months ago, we were all at
a dance party with Beyonce.
What'd you say, Trump?
A dance party with Beyonce.
And we never tried to find the exit. Ando, everybody's favorite. Oh my God. Possibly respecting the demand zone. Trying to tell. Hey, listen, man. Some of this stuff, assuming you wake up tomorrow and it's not apocalypse continued, some of this stuff, it's gonna pay you tendies. Pepe, shitcoin. We're not even gonna look at that. What's Radium doing? I see Radium. Let me go back up here too. What was I looking at? Was that Ando? It was Ando. It's not terrible. I'll tell you what I'm looking at with Pipe though, right? See how the cell volume is tapering off? That's the thing. You want to learn how to read charts, learn how to read volume. If it looks like it's cascading down, cascading up, wow, really strong, really powerful stuff. Cascading down, trend's getting weaker. That goes double if the candles that you're looking at are also getting smaller in size. But if you see like a big thick candle, right, like this bad boy right here, you thought this is almost a vector candle. I'm trying to see if I can find a vector candle for you. Vector candles are like wasp nests. Like, yeah, you see them run the other way. Like this could be a vector candle, but the problem is it got a little wiki, right? Vector candles essentially just strong candles. Price action is just there. Strong volume, no wicks or little to no wicks. You see those, like, yeah, wherever that thing is going, if it's going up, markets continue to upside. If it's going down, markets getting ready to roll over. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. So 03. Damn, charted that one to the tits, didn't we? Uh-oh, looks like we fell out of our channel here. Let me tell you what you don't want to see happen. Oh no, we're still good. You're Gucci. What you don't want to have happen, you don't want to have this thing bounce down here, then try to test this. Okay, we flip back to support, ends up being resistance, and back to the downside you go. How are we feeling about this week? I'm not going to try to proclaim anything, because all my proclaiming, for the most part, is actually come to pass. I said BTC was going to fill that gap. We did it. What time is it? 124. Let me see how we ended on that one. I want to try to see if we're going to try to move down here to... This is the demand zone? No, that's a gap that's been cleared. That's cool. I'm gonna see if we're gonna try to move down to this zone down here, like 72. Can you imagine that Bitcoin goes to 70,000 tomorrow? Woo! Oh Lord! There's gonna be some people like, and I don't mean in a good way. I don't mean in a good way. Like I said, you were here. Bear market, altcoins. I hope you got your bags packed, and I hope...
I like my suitcase.
Yeah, I hope you like your suitcase, because you stuck with them shits now. Uh-oh. Get ready to... Come on, we got a gap here? Don't tell me I missed a gap. You missed a tiny one, bro. I missed that. That's a little baby gap. Where you shop at? The little baby gap. Oh, we wicked through it. We're gonna feel it. Oh man. I think I'm at the... Where did it go, Blair? Oh, yeah, there we go. Come on. Glenn, you left that chat and we took over. Well, if y'all took over, I know they was in good company. I know y'all was giving them all the alpha bombs. All the alpha bombs. Appreciate the live, man. Thank you. I appreciate the likes. Thank you. D. Carl with the GGs. I appreciate you as well as the basketballs and the Tiki Talks. The Tiki Talks. Also, Cook says, gearing up for discounts in stocks and DCA into my crypto portfolio. Also, probably not a bad idea. Again, I think me personally, right, these kind of pullbacks, these kind of retracements capture my attention. When we're in a downtrend, I try not to buy the dips, because you're not really buying the dips, you're buying falling knives. But when the big drops come, that's normally when I really start to take a look at getting in. When we're in a bear market and the market is going up, but we just happen to be pulling back and retracing, but we're likely going to consider or continue going up, that's normally when I start buying the dips. Buy the dips, sell the rallies. My thoughts on Tau, it's an AI play, right? It did reasonably well when AI was the hot thing, because I feel like the AI sector is in fact cooling off. I wouldn't be surprised if Tau had more, negative sell side pressure. I'd like to take a look and see if they have any unlocks that are coming up. to know. Let's take a look at the chart though. I know I got it over here. Where is it? Did XRP go sub $2? I was telling guys like, yeah, your beloved XRP is going below $2. No, it's not. Don't say that. All right, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Tile QRST. Damn, Tile's like 186. Shit, I remember this damn thing was like 600. Holy hell, Tau is at a price point from like over a year and a half ago, man. Like, bulls, if you're out there, come on now, y'all gotta step in. If the bulls are out there, y'all gotta step in because man, it's a lot of green to clean up on the way down, man. I'm not gonna lie, that would be ugly. That's also a lot of distance to cover, though. I mean, I can't really see that getting ready to come down here in the next 5 minutes. I mean, it's probably not else out the realm of possibility, but that's a hell of a move, man. What percentage points are we talking about with that? No, 70? No. That would be crazy. Here says Bitcoin could flush to 50K without ending the macro bull market. I think technically Bitcoin retracing 20% is already in bear market territory. The only thing that really substantiates that, because again, it's going on 2 months. The only thing that really kind of substantiates that is if it hangs out there for like say 2.5, 3 months, right? I think 3 months is probably, yeah, that's realistically 2 months. You don't really want to be there 2 months. And the fact that now we got a potential 3 month setup for Bitcoin being down by 20% from the all-time high, like, yeah, man, that's not good. BTC will hit 55K. Experts say by this summer. What do I think? Not outside the realm of possibility, man. Like I said, what is it at now? 70. Where's my ticker? 77.2. So it should go to 78. Should go to 74. And then anything below 74, I kind of got to give a little bit of credence to that Elliott Wave fifth leg. Because, yeah, that would take you down to 60. And if you're at 60, you're a stone's throw away from 55. But the thing that I will remember is I remember 55 being a very, oh, man, 55 was so rough for Bitcoin. It was so rough. Everybody was ready to move on, but Bitcoin could not just get out the daggone 55 zone, man. Let's look at that. It's not going to make a whole lot of sense right here because I just got a lot of shit. My charts. Right, see, look at that. It's a lot of activity going on in that $50,000 range for BTC. So got to contend with that. Yes, indeed, definitely run the likes. The fact that we're not even at 10K right now is diabolical, man. I just gave y'all like my 4 canaries in a coal mine, something that I've used to help me a great deal. Y'all can't even run your boy up to 10K? Yeah. That's diabolical work. Do you think Turbo may come back or are memes? I think memes are cooked. Is Turbo a meme? I mean, if Turbo is a meme, I don't really look at meme points. Did I say 10K? I'm at 20K. About to run me up to 20. Let's go! Yeah, that'd be dope. I wouldn't even be upset with that. Where the Moon Boys at, though? I tried telling investing, what's his name? Investing with Josh. Hey, y'all. Whatever. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, altcoins, this market's coming back. I'm like, man, this market is cooked for the foreseeable. What do you think he's doing? Let's call in. Josh, you there? Josh don't want to come to the phone. He don't want to come to the phone. Bulls are dead, man. They about to get flipped up, cut up, and put in the hamburgers. Chopped liver. Shy, you laughing? I'm serious. But hold on, let me check my other line real quick. Yo, Josh, you there? Man, Josh don't want to come to the phone. You don't want to come to the phone. I told Calvin, I said, hey, no bullish activity till we get regular daily closes above 100,000. Cal, you there? Cal, hello? Cal. Cal don't want to come to the phone. They don't want to come to the phone. Bulls get hacked down. Yeah, they get, man, cooked. Cooked. Damn, Celsius is up 70%. What in the Sam Hill is going on with Celsius? That is up 70%. Oh, look at this tiny little candle. It still ain't got no liquidity in it. That's why the chart look like that. See what's all dotty and dashy and all that? Do not get involved with cryptos like that. There's no liquidity in there. Death crosses aren't anything to play. I don't mind death crosses. I'd be like, yo, sweet, let's light this candle. It was a death cross on a total 3. I think what Fear was saying was correct. Do I have it on this one? It should be on this one. Oh, damn. XRP 179. Uh-oh. It's going to take out all this shit. You better pray to God Bitcoin wakes up and it's green tomorrow. Otherwise, when I go to check my XRP callers, it's going to be... Hello? Hello? XRP. XRP folks, are you there? My guy, Crypto Never Sleeps, is in the building. What's up, Sleeps? Drop one of them things in the chat for Sleeps one time. Carlos says, I'm in between jobs. I need advice. Anything to invest, please. Carlos, that's a very difficult question to answer, a difficult discussion to have because I'm not permitted to give financial advice, right? So the things we talk about on these lives are just like the way that I see them. What I will is I say this. As I'm going down these charts, I'm kind of looking at this. I always tell people, use it as a foundation to conduct your own research and see if you arrive at the same conclusions, right? But asking me to give you something to invest in is going to be a little difficult because I don't know what your needs are. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what type of investor you are, right? And without that information, you might deem something more risk on, and I might say, well, this looks like it's relatively safe, but I'm approaching it from my standpoint. So there's a few variables that have got to be had before just being like, oh, let me just, buy this, buy that. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Niggas at the bed, but somebody gotta do it though. Yeah. It's always hard, man. Because I might say, hey, you know what? Long term, probably okay with Bitcoin. You might be like, I need something a little bit more riskier than Bitcoin. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Wait. Wait. Let me move this up. Let me move this up. What did they say? Shara, my XRP is skydiving. Not the skydiving. Oh, it's going. It's going. It's going. I ain't gonna lie. I might short this shit. I am not gonna lie to you. It's the daily. How we looking at 4 hour? Ooh, 4 hour downtrend looks strong. Dear XRP, don't move on me while I'm doing this. Trying to do the up, trying to do the up, ooh, trying to do the up, trying to do the up, ooh. Ooh. Damn, this shit is Gap City. Alright, spot the opportunity. Oh shit, there's nothing there. Just buy side imbalance. That's not anything too crazy. One here, right? Not gonna lie, it's not where I want it. I'd actually feel better if these were kind of inside one another, but beggars can't be choosy. Bitches say Chipotle. How is a dip different than a falling knife? Bland, good question. So a dip is the market is moving in one direction. It retraces for a little while and then it presumes or resumes its overall movement in the direction it was going to earlier. So it's like, yeah, hey, market dipped, we're in an uptrend, I'm going to buy the pullback, wait till we continue into the next uptrend, and then maybe go through disbursement. When you catch a falling knife, what you're saying is price is coming down. I bought, price still went down. I bought, price steady is going down. I bought some more. It was still falling. I bought some more. So you're just like exacerbating your crypto. You're running through your cash quickly, faster. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip. We dip. B, what you know about that? What you know about that? I saw that in the chart and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said, I know a lot about that. I was at the cabarets getting my swerve on. All right. All right now, bae. All right. I see you. Yeah, I ain't never been to a crypto cabaret before. We bleeding, man. Someone please call 911. Tell them I've just been shot down and the bullets in my heart and it's piercing through my soul. We're gonna hit the Wyclef high note. My body getting cold. I can't do it. I couldn't climb that ladder. Yeah, there you go, MILF. Feel my body getting cold. ETH to 1200. Come on, man. Let's light this candle. I ain't scared. What my man saying? Don't be a menace to society. I ain't no punk beach. I ain't no punk beach. There it is. There it is. Ta-da! It's magic. I mean, there's one here too, but why split? All right, so all we need XRP now is just continue to pee down this leg. Oh, I'm tripping. You come on, bro. Act like you've done this before. Fucking rookie. There we go. But Glenn, what happens if this fair value gap acts as a springboard? Well, we're gonna check for that to make sure that doesn't happen, or if it does, to make sure we're ready for that. There you go. So I got a daily flow on 1 hour. Pretty strong stuff here. Do I think we finna hit $2 again by tomorrow? Probably not. XRP? No. Not financial advice. If you ask me a question, I'm answering it. Probably not. I think you would need the market would have to have a mean reversal tomorrow. And if that happens, sure. Oh, we're coming down. Let me go and get this short in real fast. Feel my body getting cold. Want all of that. Come on. Is it moving? It's freaking moving. So 4 hour, how are we looking at 15? Yep. Yeah. We're going to keep a tight stop loss on that because I kind of feel like I'm late to the party. Do not want to go on that on 120x. That would be catastrophic. Oh, that'd be crazy. Draco, ooh, 762, Calicut 2. I can't wait to buzz at you. It says, holy cow, I'm down 2K. 2K on what? Spot position, or are you trading? Bloody Sunday, 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 right? Bishaw said, bro said 2K. I don't know, 2K. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those up, man. Let me tell you about the time I was down 50 G's. What? What? I was almost ready to crash out. I said, Glenn, no, no, no. No, no. If you can be down, if you can be up like 110 in a day, you got to be willing to be down 50. I said, all right. Yeah, it was a trade I took. It was one of the last times we went live. I was like down 50 G's. And I actually closed the position, took it on the chin, and I'm like, all right, clearly I made a mistake. Let me not get emotional about it, and let me just try to figure out where I made my mistake. And it was just one of those times where it was like you had the right idea, but the time frames were not aligned. Oh, damn, Glenn just dropped a gem. Time frame alignment? Yeah. The time frame wasn't aligned. I said, okay, well, clearly I'm out of pocket. It's going the opposite way. Let me reanalyze the chart. I saw it. And I think I made back like 36 on it. So not bad. I didn't make up the whole bit on that trade, but like subsequent trades thereafter, like I did. But yeah, man, if you're going to be up 110 in a day, you got to be willing to be down 50 in a day. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. But let me tell you something. Developing the callus to be okay being down 50. I said, bro, if you cannot handle being down 50, you will never be up like 410, half a mil, like in a single day. And like honestly, that's really what I'm gunning for. Need that Doctor Strange Infinity Stone. Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, trust me, I did not arrive at that position like overnight, man. That's years of trading and just getting like comfortable with the craft and starting to say, okay. And if I'm being honest, man, like I should have cut it sooner, right? Like for as much as I tell y'all, like, hey, cut your losers and let the winners run. That was just one where I was looking at it and I'm just thinking to myself, it keeps dancing around the zone and act like it wants to act as like a springboard. And for whatever reason, like this, man, springboard went there, it did not respond. And so I said, okay, cool. If it goes to this zone, I'm just going to cut it. And went to that zone. I'm like, all right, that's your game plan. You got to respect it. It got to that zone. I'm like, cut it. You down 50. Just take it on the chin, man. It is what it is. Was down 100 last cycle at one point. Came out. Great lessons were learned. And pain, listen, and that's what's really important. Holy shit. XRP is skydiving now. Yeah. Whee! Skydiving. It's like you playing Smash Bros and somebody hit your ass with that bat. Everything's skydiving. Everything busting. Reset and bound, probably. I mean, look again, man, like don't be surprised you wake up tomorrow some of this stuff is turned around. Like a lot of this stuff has hit brand new lows. A lot of this stuff has hit brand new price discovery for lows, hitting like the 1618. It ain't no more liquidity to be snatched. But on XRP, everything busting. Look at all this. Come fill that shit in. Come fill it in. I ain't sleeping tonight, bro. It's one of them nights. It's one of them nights. What I don't want to have happen is like have some Fed news come out in the middle of the night and everybody be sleeping and markets rebound and you're not in position. Oh, that sucks. Entry for XRP 177.86. Payne has shared the live. Thank you, Payne. You know what time it is when you hear that, right? Yeah, I hope it goes back to 250 by tomorrow. Ooh, by 250? Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a tall order. 10 gig fiber connection. Stay right. Won't have to get right. Damn! Sleep. Step your weak ass internet up, Glenn. Deal. Bro just got me together real quick. Stay right. You ain't got to get right. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Word type shit. I heard that. You ain't lying. That man is not wrong. You stay ready. You ain't never got to get ready. Unfortunately, looks like 150's coming. Come on, man. Just come on. Come on. Come a chameleon. Come on. Come on. What is this? Just did a lie. I need this money. I sleep. Damn. Yeah, man. She's performing now. Yeah. She's performing now. Yep. Big BFL says, Glenn, let me slide you my phone number, and if some good news comes out overnight, you just give me a call. How pissed would I be? Like, oh yeah, y'all was sleeping, didn't think we was meeting tonight, did you? I'll come on here tomorrow. Like, I told you that was gonna happen. Those sneaky, sneaky bastards. I told you. Sneaky, sneaky. The Riddler's called all. Your eyes wide open. Don't you start that Jack the Rippler, XRP, Diddler. What's the name you going by now? Big B. Nah, for real, that's real. You got to get that rest though. You got to get the rest. Everything busting. I ain't gonna lie, it's performing well now, and I'm like, I should have kept that shit at like 120x leverage. Oh, Glenn, you idiot. No. Into crypto, I'm brand new. Welcome, Mike. Appreciate you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come here and hang out with us. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Well, welcome. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, man. Whatever on your mind, just ask. Everything busting. It's getting worse. I wish there were a way to short pulse chain. I have wanted to. Damn, Tailcoin's down 19%. Oh, I knew I should have jumped in and took that one, but I thought 16 was a little rich. XRP headed to 50 cents. Listen.
That's a nasty one. That's nasty.
If you want to hear Glenn talk cash shit, let XRP hit 50 cents. Y'all know that scene from Rocky? When Ivan Drago was actually just beating the snot out of Apollo Creed. And my man, the trainer, was like, throw the damn towel. I'm gonna get on here and just flame XRP, and people gonna be like, throw the damn towel. Fear, you feel me? Throw the damn towel. Don't let XRP go to 50 cents. Please. Oh my God. TikTok gonna happen. I ain't gonna say that. TikTok gonna be on me like, hey bro, we're gonna have to sit you down for a day or two. Woo! Boy, I'm gonna dump at you. I'm not a good case. What you wanna do? That's crazy. Come on down, come on down. You crack on it, I don't care. Come on down, come on down. It's a recipe. It's wild, man. Look at that. Look at that. Too easy that I just took along. I know you lying. Tito, is XRP a world global reserve currency? And I'm asking for a friend. No, sir. Oh, Mike, let me go back to your original questions, man. Let me make sure I'm not missing. Do I think XRP? Oh, that was the question you wanted to ask me. Do I think XRP will hit 50 cents, or is it a joke? I thought this was what everyone was buying. In my humble opinion, look at the scoreboard. 16, 17, 16, 17, 15, 10, 18, 11. Beam is down 15%. You cannot buy, and you can wait for prices to go here, right? Yes, you could. You could do that. You could do that. But double-digit losses, we don't really see these a whole lot. And when they come, they don't really stay for an exaggerated period of time. So while I may not tell you to buy the dip in a downtrend, I will absolutely share with you, personally, I like to buy crashes. Just me though. And even if it still continues to go down, got it on a hellified discount. What I don't want to do is make it a habit, right? Like I'm gonna be real with you. Let's go back here. A lot of people's doing that DCA and stuff all down here. You might be out of money. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might be out of money. But when this, like, look at it. Like, one of these has got to be a vector candle, right? I can't be tripping. Yeah. No. This would have been a vector candle if it didn't have the wick. They go on the hour. Damn, no vectors on the hour? Shit. This is close to what I'm going to get. I'm looking for just a big, giant, girthy pause, red candle or green candle. This is close. This is a good one. It's close. Yeah, so a vector candle is like, you know, you hear people talk about God candles. A vector candle is essentially a candle that pops up on the chart, and when it pops up matching with volume, it represents a massive move in crypto happening. Like, there's virtually no wicks, it's just a solid candle. And what that candle can represent is like, yo, this is momentum. Some people might even call it like a momentum candle. Conor McGregor token relaunch. Uh-oh. Got a little of a zone here, right? I don't want this to be a double bottom because then price will start to go up. Glenn, you want price to slide? Yeah, man. I'm a bear. Ooh, look at that. Sport. I want price to slide. I'm a bear. Gotta make the money. Close that long to 20%. I feel you. It's a little dicey. It's a little dicey at a long right now. You might want to wait until you actually get like a breakout or confirmation candle. Price moving to the upside. I got you. No judgment. No judgment. I'll tell you what, I don't like the way XRP keep playing around these zones. My bags, my beautiful bags. I was trying to tell you what was coming all the way back here. All the way back here. So look, man, we were still like mid, low 90s. I'm like, bro. All right, let me make sure I get it right. I don't want to lie to you. Boot, boot here. Hi. Yeah, we was like low 90s. I'm like, hey, you might want to start finding the exit. Glenn, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. Why do so many cryptos follow BTC? Because it's the big daddy of them all. Back in the day, there really weren't a whole lot of stable coins. So in order for people to get in and out of cryptos, they had to go through Bitcoin. Now, the reason why alts follow Bitcoin, aside from that, even though there are altcoins, or I'm sorry, stable coins now, people can essentially get into these other cryptos without having to go through BTC. BTC runs, it's the table. It's like if you were at your cousin's cookout, y'all was playing spades, and you're like, yeah, man, we about to go for a boss. We about to run these cats, and y'all won like 3 games straight. You run the table. It's just you. And so when Bitcoin is doing really, really well, you'll see that altcoins will start to lose value because people are leaving altcoins, going into Bitcoin to try to soak up as much value as they can. But by the same token, because they all have smaller market caps, when Bitcoin starts to move in a negative pattern or a negative way, they all bleed against Bitcoin. Bitcoin runs the table. Do I really think ETH is cooked long term? No. No. I think ETH is going to be fine long term. But some of this $1,500 ETH, oh boy. Just a chip bully. I mean, yeah, you could put it like that if you wanted to. She's sliding. The rest of 2025 and probably all of 26 will be nothing but accumulation phases. Again, how crazy would that be? People gonna be pissed. We never really had an altcoin season. Blah 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 blah. Like, I told you them shits was not gonna come the same way you was accustomed to seeing. Everything will go lower. It's got the problem, you know, the prospects of having it. I mean, if the risk on environment for crypto never comes back, yeah, it's probably going to be a little. It's probably going to be a little abysmal. Not gonna lie, if I wasn't a bag holder right now, I'd be a buyer right about now. I mean, a lot of this stuff is on sale. Damn, Eigenlayer's down 10%. Woo. For the ones that haven't hit brand new all-time lows, like I said, I want to just go back, look at the chart, and see what exactly is acted as a buy zone. Or what's acted as a demand zone. I mean, I'm probably not going to get that on a monthly. Nope. What would I buy? I'm going to be biased, man. I'm going to be honest with you. There's not really a whole lot of altcoins that I really mess with. So if it's me, I'm probably looking at things like BTC. I'm looking at things that really haven't been super hit today. Right? Like, you tell me, how is it in the midst of all this that's going down? What is OM? Mantra? Is that right? Yeah, Mantra is up. What is that? 6%? You tell me that's possible. I'd probably buy a little bit of Link. What is Sui at? Let's check Sui, yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. If y'all see Sui before I do, let me know, because I feel like I'm kind of blind. I be missing shit. Do I not have it? You know how crazy it is to see Sui at $1.87? Because it was literally just at $5 and change. That's crazy. Ave, yeah, I think Ave is pretty cool. Ave always does well when the market comes back, right? There's another one, Yearn Finance. All right, so if you like the whole DeFi aspect, Yearn Finance, maybe. How far do I think Sol and Quant can fall? I've been seeing things that could hint Solana could go to possibly 75, maybe even 50. Quant haven't really taken a solid look at it. Bippy says, hey man, at least USDC doesn't move. Yeah, it doesn't really move off that dollar peg too often. I think this is part of the game where a lot of altcoins start to mimic each other, right? See how all these charts start to look the same? Yeah. Quant used to be my bae, now not so much. Hey, you know, hey, Missy, we finally might get that $48 Quant buy-in price, you know? Shout out to us. Opinion on XRP, garbage, yo. Lost its competitive advantage. Doesn't have the same competitive advantage that it once did. If I have Solana and I'm in Uruguay and you have a Solana wallet and you're in Japan and I send you Solana from Uruguay to Japan, guess what? Solana just became a cross-border remittance payment. User search says $48, we up all night, vote up. Here's the Vines follow creator. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for showing that. I love and throwing me a follow. I appreciate it. I think what else could have got people prepared for what's going on with Sui is the token unlocks. I shared a website with people to let them see, hey, if you go here, you might be able to see when there's going to be future unlocks. Structure. Sort of, yeah, I got one on right now on XRP, and it's like one. It was like in profit, then it started going against me. Now it looks like it's trying to trail back down. Do we long hold? I feel like if you long hold now, you're kind of going against the pattern. If you want any kind of semblance to see what could possibly be the move long term, I'd probably look at the hourly. Wait till you start to see some support coming off the hourly, maybe a couple green candles. If they come, they might not come. We could wake up tomorrow and this thing could be down a whole nother, 6%. What about tomorrow morning? Yeah, that's what we're looking at tomorrow morning. So if it's me, I would be looking at things like, all right. It feels like this market going down tomorrow. This market's going down. I hope it does for the sake of my short. I need Bitcoin to quit playing, just come on down to like 75 one time. Just like nuke the altcoin market so I can take another dub on XRP. User her life is life right now. What you got going on? What's the problem? What's the situation? So XRP or not? You know, it's gonna be dependent upon the person. Me personally, I'm not really a fan of it. Used to hold a bunch of it, and I decided not to. Do I prefer trading at night more than daytime? Ooh, that's a good question. I say whenever I can get a minute with minimal distractions. Sometimes in the day, sometimes it's at night. The problem was at night is like you start to get sleepy, and I got these rules like if I ever get tired, I'm not trading. Yeah, 1%, Jimmy, no problem. So right now I'm just kind of hunting for demand zones. Seeing what jumps out at me. I mean, everybody's trying to get me to get grass. Bro, it's $3.47 get grass. I'm like, I think I'm past. I'm gonna wait on it. Support, gets flipped into resistance. Boom, comes back and tests it. Move to the downside. Again, down leg, puts in the up leg. Up leg doesn't take out highs. Low gets targeted. Is that what happened here? Yep, low was definitely targeted. Down leg comes in, up leg comes in. Purpose of the up leg here is to what? Target the high. That does not happen. What is happening? This low is likely going to get targeted. Jimmy says, I'm feeling lucky my prize picks hit yesterday on the Duke. Oh, that's some bull, man. I was pulling for Duke. And I'm like up by 10, maybe 11, 12 in like the late third, early fourth. And then just totally shit down, you know, just pissed down the leg. I was so mad. I thought Duke was going to win it all. My bracket was smooth until Duke lost. Diabolical. I picked 2 from Duke and 2 from you. Oh. You're actually on the prize pick app. Is that right? So let's take a look at some of the chart. Yes, the app got you. Yeah. How you like the app? I feel like sports bet is going to ultimately just be the demise of professional sports. He said, I think the rough one. Right now, what am I watching on the screen? I think this is grass. So I'm just kind of analyzing different assets, trying to figure out where might make a good entry for, you know, a long once the market finally decides it wants to turn around. I got you. You're a Texas, so yeah, you got to bet on the home team. I got you. Oh, for sure. Almost spending brand new lows too, right? Nope. So it's just that support line going all the way back to woo, November 24. For some reason, I thought it was 22. November 2024. It technically could be a Head and Shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. F1. Move down. Miss Evie says, yo, I'm in Texas too. I want y'all getting together and forming no powwows, right? We still got to do the Fat Man Shuffle crypto powwow. We go to all these different restaurants to get different items from each one. Is there any edge or input on Bitcoin? Not at the moment. Again, Bitcoin is just kind of moving down to the range that I thought we needed to get to. Came down here and it wicked down and closed some of these gaps. So we got that. Moving to the downside. I feel like it wants to do it. Just go ahead and come on down. Let's go to 75. Let's go to 74 and just call it a day. But I will share this with you. I do feel like it's like outside interference. My XRP stop loss just took out some of my position. So what I like to do as soon as I open one, it gets farther enough down in the profit. I like to move a portion of the trade stop loss in the profit, and prices kind of isolating back and forth between 175, 177. I think it just took some of my position out. Yes, it did. It took me up for about 2%. But I don't like that. I want to stay in. Man, Arbitrum, brand new lows, bro. Well, maybe they've got a no lowest it's ever been right here today. Cheers, that's true. It's almost cool time. I don't know. Let's go to recap. BTC. Here's what I'll be on the lookout for Bitcoin, right? Slowly coming down, filling these zones down here. Once they were to try to take out this next area down here, right? Down at the 70s. Keep in mind, we also got this gap here to the upside. We talked about this. The gap CME market was going to open up Sunday night. And when it did, we were going to create a gap. Granted, this goes to 79. So this could give us a little bit of insight as to where price may want to go. XRP, we moving. Damn. This pizza super chart. Come on. Why is this page not loading up? Chat, what's going on? There it is. I don't know, guys. I really feel like we might try to come up and try to close this gap here. So we got a small one up here too at 85. Uh-oh. 85 260 is where it would start. Reglo says this is a big money grab. Markets will stay a bit lower. That is it. Hey Nate, I appreciate you, family. Thank you so much, brother. 30K on a likey likes. Bitcoin just sank. Dun, dun, dun. XRP right now. Got a quick 13%. That's cool. That's cool. Oh my god, boy, she's running. Look at this. Where is it? Oh my god. Jeremy, I haven't heard about those. That's weird. Did I not have this marked out? You gotta see me gap. So Dragon said 82 to 80,000. Well, I just lost 5 figures. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. On paper, maybe. I gotta do this again. I swear I already had this marked out. Let me do this. I'm gonna make it say. 160, 140. I'm about to mark it out for you right now. Yeah, if y'all trying to scalp a short, man, be careful. It's a lot of whipsaw going back and forth. I'm trying to run down. Oh, fuck. It's not right. I'll be like another 10% down. Ooh. I know, Jeremy. I tried to get an XRP a while ago. She's not paying me no mind. I mean, we just charted that out perfectly, and it's running down. It's running down. This whole entire thing down here. Is it muted? Y'all should be able to hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, cool. Thank you, Deuce, as well. Alright, cool. I was about to say, damn, I don't see you hear me. I'm actually just really paying attention to this trade right here. Beautiful day to trade, man. Just a beautiful day to trade. I think the market wants to trap shorts. I think it might be a little bit more sophisticated than that. I think, again, just a whole lot of uncertainty in the markets. Where we understand Japan has some troubles where they had to trip the circuit breaker in their trading period. It's just a lot of negative sentiment that's going on right now. A lot of uncertainty in markets. They do not like uncertainties. Japan and Taiwan. Jesus Christ. Someone pull up Dow futures, NASDAQ spot futures. Let me know what we're looking at. Flat. It's already down 200 points. Woo. What time is it over there in Europe? Solana next support level is 75. I don't doubt it. Miss Tracker, that's what we were talking about. Price potentially going for Solana. I'm gonna move my stop loss down on this XRP trade. Generational dip of the century. Ow. Better not stop me out. Don't you do it. God damn it, I moved it down too low. Fuck. I set her down there right at the low of that one, and she came up and she met me right there. Damn. London is 7:30 in the morning. Thank you. Also, the Philippines extra red horse tonight, maybe. What does that mean, mate? What's the what is the red horse in the Philippines? I mean, I'm sure it's like not good, but I guess like what's the history behind the red horse? Nathan, right? Yeah, we cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. It's not looking great, man. But that is okay. So was that Crow and EOS? EOS. If we get another downtrend, I'm probably going to target EOS to about 65. Look at that. Underneath the 50, and it right is in line with the golden retracement zone. I like that confidence. Everything trying to turn the corner. Bart coin. Kava. That was up 40 cents. I feel like I've actually been looking to look into Kava more recently. I just never got around to it. Damn, East about to tap every bit of 15. Come on, come with it, man. That's crazy. We feel this. Man, you did this. You can't stop the rain when it starts to fall. It's not looking great, John. It's not looking great. I mean, if the Bulls want to step in and try to take us back up to like the 80s, that'd be cool. But just right now, looking at shorts. BTC, I'm trying to check to see if it's going to fill this zone down here. That puts about like 70, just above 70,000. We'll probably get some kind of short-term relief rally in between them before we go down. But that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin next. Try to check 70. If you want BTC to get back bullish, you need to close in the higher time frame above like $86,000, $87,000. And that's just the deal. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana is under $100. I don't think we've really seen that too many times. It stayed there under 100. BTC to 70, probably. That's the next area that I'm looking for. It's like 70,100 and some change. Solana is down at February 24 lows. XRP tanked, sure did. I was waiting to see if we were going to get XRP at... I found my dang XRP chart. Came down, filled it halfway. Ideal, I'd like us to see us close the zone 157, and maybe even potentially move down to some of these smaller zones down here, like just under 150. Maybe some 72. I think 72.4 is close, right? Like I was saying, like 70, what? Just around 70,000. I feel like they're both pretty close. So it could happen one way or the other. I kind of want to re-enter into this XRP short, with the fact that I just got stopped out, and now I'm getting a little sleepy. And again, I don't really want to violate my rules. I would be upset if I woke up tomorrow and this was further down here, but at the same time, what happens if it goes up? I think it will end up closing this one, but like I said, just because I'm getting tired, I'm not going to enter into another trade. I just want to be mindful of the rules that I've set in place for myself. But if you're XRP and you're like, man, where could this thing potentially go? 155, maybe lower, 150, thereabout. I'm buying some at some point today. Might just buy a little Bitcoin right now. Take some of these profits from the trade that I got and roll it into Bitcoin. Here's what it is. It cool. Got a little bit. No sense in trying to get greedy, right? Dre's follow here. I appreciate Dre. Thanks for sending me that follow. What app am I able to short? So it's not an app, it's actually an exchange. The exchange, you need to have a certain kind of ID that's going to allow you to get access to it. It's likely not open to U.S. citizens. You got like Blowfin, you got KuCoin. I'll show you this real quick, right? So if you're ever like, man, I really want to know where can I do these perpetual charts. On the CoinMarketCap or any coin listing site, really, right? Come up here, extreme clear message. Come up here to wherever it is that, you know, search bar is and type in XRP. We're going to use them as the asset. It's going to pull the chart up. And then you'll be able to see a few different things here if you go to markets. So here are all the exchanges you can buy XRP on just as it stands now. You want to buy a spot? You can get on BitGet, OKX, Mexi, Upbit, Coinbase, Bybit, Binance, Gate.io, KuCoin, right? And there's a gang of pages. What you want to do is you want to make sure it's got great liquidity score, right? In addition to the volume, because if you don't have any money on that exchange or if there's no volume on that exchange, your orders are not going to get filled. And you're going to be sitting there in limbo. If you come over here and you click perpetual, click that, that's going to show you all the different exchanges where you can go long and go short. So you get on BigMex, KuCoin, Bitfinex, Durbit. Durbit's a good one, I like them. Binance. You could try going to the second page. I probably wouldn't, but that's where you go to look at to see what exchange can you go to in order to do your business. Really, outside of that, you really got to be able to actually read a chart. Because if you don't know how to read a chart, you're just going to be blindly throwing money into something that's probably not the greatest way to go. It's going to be catastrophic. Do I think BTC is going to dump? I think probably over the interim, yes. Again, just to the markets to get some kind of semblance, some kind of stability. I think ideally what we're looking at here is the potential for BTC to run up to, like, say, somewhere in the 80s. You know, overnight. So we just have to wait and see. Actually, I could tell you real quick. There's a little gap. Here we are, right here. So could push this back up to like the 81.5 and some change. Look at XRP and Solana. Actually, take a look if there's an option to be taken on Aerodrome. So XRP is sliding, boy. It's taking all liquidity. Damn, my shit might really go to 85 or 82. Trump need to turn around already. Nope, I need more pain from market participants. I need more pain. I need you to want to cry. I need you to turn around and have that little lip be doing that thing. Then I'd be like, okay, cool, turn it around. Not until then. Not until then. XRP. Total 3. Damn, so we about to. We literally just drew that line. They're about to bust through it. Damn. Rip. XRP 165. Damn. You know what's crazy is I had this one drawn all the way back here. January. Here we are. Can't make it up. Can't make it up, bro. Claire! Drop one of the things in the chat for Claire one time. Yeah. How you doing, Claire? Good to see you. Hope everything is alright with you. Having fun in these crypto markets yet? Yeet. Is it ever going to do anything? Is what ever going to do anything? XRP? You know, XRP. Oh shit. Probably not. Good to be seen. Good to see you as well, madame. XRP is sliding. What I said at the beginning of the stream, man. Coming here, I can tell you what's going to happen with these prices with a fair amount of accuracy, and here we are. Please, during the next bear market, learn a skill set. If you want to learn this skill set, yeah, this is definitely where you need to be. How far will BTC drop? Man, these. What I say? What? What I say? Where's it telling me how long ago this was? This was like what? It's like 12 hours ago. 12 hours ago. If it goes to 78, it will go to 74. It has all the reason to go to 74. Hello, motherfucker.
Okay, 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 okay.
Here we are. Here we are. How far will it slide? You better keep it pushing. This is what you want. Yeah, we might go to low 70. I'm sorry, yeah, we might go to about 70, maybe 69. These are all lines I've had marked out for. I don't know when the last time Bitcoin hit these prices. The first time, no. Yeah, back here, April the 24th. Doing some major back testing. Ringo says I'm semi-new to it all. I know a bit, but not enough. Well, I'm in the right spot, man. All you got to do is ask questions, come hang out, try to pick stuff up. Claire with the heart me in the chat one time. Claire. My, you shouldn't have. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. All the time, yes. Definitely learn a skill set in crypto. It can help you out a great deal. Black Swan? Nah, I mean, it's not really a Black Swan. We knew these things could happen if you impose these kind of tariffs. Right? I think the market for the first time in a long time is just kind of getting an understanding of what literally can happen and what these things tend to look like. Dragon says markets don't move on liquidity if retail don't have money to buy due to recession and inflation. Riglow. So what's Michael on about then? When we say liquidity, we're not necessarily talking about retail buying at these numbers. Like this might not be a retail kind of thing right here, right? But when you look at a chart, see this wick down here? This is retail, right? People saw the market was going down, they decided to FOMO in and get positions got stuck right there. That's retail. Oh, I'm sorry, that's liquidity. This is liquidity. That's liquidity. That's liquidity. That is. This is. That is at the top, right? Wills accredited and investors. I mean, it's not just them though. That's the point. That's the point. Do I ever think we'll see Solana at $8 again? Oh man, what a time to be alive, right? Solana was $8, and that was crazy. Maybe if we don't go that low, we might see like 75. We might see 50, and then we'll just have to reassess from there. Trusting that 3 times. Yeah, this crash is gonna be crazy. Better keep it pushing. This is what you want. Yeah, fully expecting somewhat of a reversal somewhere at these reverse, but like test 69 for sure. Do I believe 74 is the bottom most likely? Probably not. Like I said, I think 69, 70 is probably we're gonna end up retracing to. I think it's got a high probability for that to come to pass. BTC 70K? Quite possibly, maybe. Probabilities there. Best crash event? No, that was COVID, bro. COVID knocked Bitcoin from like 12K back down to 3K. I was like, oh, sweet. We're gonna have all this other BS to contend to. Damn, Solana is $97. May is typically bearish. Yep. So how crazy would that be if this were just like the leg down until we got to May and things just officially stalled out? How does one indicate a bull run though? When prices are going up continuously over, a set duration of time and the market as a whole is going up. So to look at that, you probably have to look at like the total 3. That's all the cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think 70K is online. XRP is sliding, boy. I'm at over 50% on one of the XRP trades. Yeah, I got back in. I thought you really want to do it. I did it. I did it. About 50%, so I'm going to start shaving here. How we know it's going to go back up? Look at chart. It could go back to what it started at or no. I mean, the big one goes to 33 cents, like we're all cooked. We're all cooked. But yeah, it's just like look at the chart, see what you see. Usually you'll see that start to happen if you've got the catalyst where risk on assets look attractive again to investors. We're just not quite in those circumstances yet. Optimistic about anything the government's involved. I mean, it's not really just the government, right? It's like, I personally like it because I think the government gives the little stamp of approval and it actually adds more legitimacy. So then we try to go out and tell more people about it. They can't just be like, oh, it's not really backed by anything. Like, it's actually backed by the same people who back your current set of politicians. Where did I get an XRP at? Ooh, I'd have to check the bylaws. If you're talking about this trade, it was like 177, maybe 175. Oh, look at that, it's retracing. Got a little money. $1.35 billion liquidations again. Take a liquidation. Take a look at the liquidation. Ooh, Bybit, the exchanges are saying, we think the market's gonna go up. Bybit pushed in, we think the market's gonna go up to $161 million. That should say something. Possible BTC reversal on the horizon? Maybe. That price is trying to stabilize. Alright. It's 3 a.m. I gotta get some sleep. I need to be back ready to get up here and do this thing again tomorrow. Again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for being here. Very important times. You got to get the information to try to help yourself get successful. Hopefully I can be a voice in the space that helps you do that. If you guys have any questions ever at all, you can always contact me here on TikTok and as well as here on Twitter. That's the profile you're looking for. We're a growing community, trying to make our way up to 1,300 folks. Again, I post a lot of stuff on Twitter, trade setups, what I think the market's going to do, new alpha, sometimes make a static video for it here on Twitter, but really if it's going up, you can probably find it on Twitter, so definitely be sure to drop a follow. Put yourself in contention to reap some benefits, and if I'm being honest, just don't take anything at face value. Try to read more up on it and get a good understanding of what it is that you're looking at. And leave that emotional weak shat at home. Bitcoin currently 74,893. DJ Man, hit my outro. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. We'll run this thing back tomorrow. Get some sleep, get some breakfast, and before you know it, it'll be time to do another live stream. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Fear, D. Carl, Dragon, Milkshake, Big Man 518, Austin Cook, Rig Low, Worldwide K, Woke Crypto Adapter, Al Kawazi, I hope I pronounced that right, forgive me if I did not, Mark, Jimbone 817, Diz and Swizzle, Omni Pools and Patios. What's up, fam? Joe Malinaise, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Didi, Expo Satan, McG, Ride and Vibe, and Amin AR. Pluto, my guy Pluto, good to see you here. James G, Future Gains, FDG Foods, Huncho_Crypto, Jay Williams, Michael Clark, Gabe, G Sharp Official, and yes, even you, user 1148775098346. I wonder who's got just the number 0. That would be awesome. I appreciate y'all. I want to say thank you for tuning into this live. If you missed it, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Riglo, I appreciate the Easter, and I appreciate the roses. Thank you so much. The Easter potato and the roses. I appreciate you, family. You guys are amazing. Y'all make this whole entire thing worthwhile, man. I really mean that. I really mean that. DJ Man, my outro, hit it. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you fine people tomorrow.
Hey, Jill, come on. We're going to be late for the Crypto Blend live stream. Call Barack and Michelle, see if they're going to tune in and watch. We can see him chart Doggy Moo coin.
This is the best president of the United States, Donald Trump, and when I'm not putting high tariffs into place, I'm watching Crypto Glenn on the Dicky Dark.
We are late. The Crypto Glenn live stream has started without us. You fail me yet again, Starscream.
Jeez, I'm excited about this.
You're watching the Crypto Glenn nightly stream. Real Alpha, Blink, can you chart Doggy Moo coin for me?
I'm too old for this shit. You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
What time?